Well, here's what we're gonna do. You guys got your questions ready clearly. We have Jason out in the audience. We have Julie out there. We have Steven on this side. We've got Aaron down here. They're gonna be the ones fielding the questions for you guys. So if you have something, they're gonna be the ones walking around. We want your questions for the panel up here, but I'm gonna kick us off. We'll get an easy one this time. We'll start you off a little easier. What is your favorite ride at the Wizarding World of Harry Potter? Connor, we'll start with you. Favorite ride?
Probably the dragons, the dragons. But I just love walking around. I genuinely just enjoy walking down the street and seeing the shops and everyone, like all the people in the park, all the workers here dressed in the Hobbit's attire, and all the people who attend. It really feels like a wizarding village.
I'm going to say the Dragon Challenge, because we were quite fortunate when we first came here. It was before it was opened, so we were able to do like Richie Rich style, just sit on the front of it. And so yeah, I'd say Dragon Challenge for me. But yeah, I think for me it's got to be the Forbidden Journey. Mainly because you can actually go to Hogwarts, which is the whole point.
Everybody's favorite right there, Devon.
Yeah, I'm kind of with Oliver on this one. Forbidden Journey, it's just like, they totally knocked it out of the park, and the graphics in it is just unreal.
Yeah, it's
Look, you don't get a word out.
thanks for that. No, the Forbidden Journey is incredible. It's like nothing I've ever seen before. But I'll never forget when we took Michael Gambon on the Dragon Challenge. I nearly killed him. But it was awesome, and he loved it, and I'll never forget that. So I think I'm gonna have to go with the Dragon Challenge. Yeah.
All right, all the answers. All right, we're gonna go on to you guys now. Jason, where you at?
Right here. I've got Sandy from Pennsylvania.
I just want to say thank you guys for coming back. We did see you in 2011, so thank you. What we wanted to know is, last night watching you on the stage, see yourself in your parts. What's that like now, looking back? Do you critique yourself? Do you think about what you were doing at that time?
Yeah, we kind of, well, I say we, me. I always remember what we were doing like behind the scenes or in between takes or something when watching it. So yeah, it's quite cool. And actually, when I first saw the film for the first time, you'd watch it first and then you would remember what we were doing while shooting it. And it's only the second time we actually watched it as the movie. So yeah, I more remember what we did whilst we were filming.
I hate it. I really struggle looking back and watching this stuff. Particularly last night when we came out and you put the big scene on, I was just like, oh man. Yeah, I really struggle with it. But on the flip side of that, I do love watching, the films, for what everyone else has done, everyone else's work. You've seen everyone evolve and mature throughout the films. That's kind of nice. And I can just skip past my bits. It's alright.
Fast forward. I think I saw a photo of you actually from last night when you walked in with your photo on the back screen like this. That was a good one.
I feel a mixture of things. Like I feel pride for one, because like it's a Harry Potter movie and that's awesome. And and also I guess I don't mind watching myself as Luna. I have a problem even with this screen right here. I'm like, oh stop. But I have no problem watching Luna. It's a different character, and yeah, I'm just so happy to have been a part of the films. But I do also now, not when I was doing them, but now I feel longing. I really miss her, and I kind of miss the costumes, and I'm just waiting for Universal to make a Love Good ride so I can get back in costume.
What would that ride entail? And squirrels.
I think it would be like, that would be cool, but like something more like a trip inside Luna's imaginary world for animals.
Would it be a roller coaster?
Maybe, but there'd be more like there would be holograms and weird things coming out at you. You'd walk out and be like,
What just happened?
so spacey and awesome. Yeah, and colorful. So yeah, I'd love that to happen.
Excellent. Julia.
All right, I have Savannah. She's from Gainesville, Florida, and she would like to know,
Out of all the books, what was your favorite to film?
out of all the books, what was your favorite to film?
For me, it would be Goblet of Fire. I mean, they're all fantastic to do. I think, because we just turned 18 when we were doing it, so we were allowed to go out clubbing afterwards. It was the same time when a load of the like Rob, Clements, and Stan came on board as well, and Katie and Neil. And they were all our age, because before we were always the oldest of the kids, as it were. So we hang around with them and able to grow our hair long. Even have a mosh pit in the middle of a Yule board, which is quite cool. Just everything about that film, I just remember it was a really, really cool time. Learning to dance properly, which was just as awkward as it looked on the film when Professor McGonagall was teaching them how to dance. First day was like that, because you have all these really good-looking girls who were professional dancers one side, and there's us.
Apart from Devon, Devon was very keen to learn.
I was not.
But yeah, I mean, it was fantastic. I think that really came out during that film as well. You could see the enjoyment on our faces at different parts of it, like the British World Cup game, to the poor kid doing all the dropping down and dancing and stuff. That was, yeah, really enjoyable.
I think for me it's probably the very first Harry Potter, because we were all so young getting onto this big huge movie and meeting so many different people, getting to make new friends, lifetime friends in the end, and getting to work with like really big director like Chris Columbus, who was absolutely amazing. And it was just so much fun, like being 11 and 12 years old, stepping into such a big set, so many people, was just outstanding.
I guess probably the last one, Deathly Hallows, just simply because I had so much to do with Neville in there. We got a lot to do in terms of stunts. I had all the really cool battle makeup and all the battle scars that we got to do. I got to swing a sword around. It was just like, I had such a good laugh on that last movie, yeah, I'll never forget any of that. It was wicked.
She was wrapped up in your story.
Interesting. I love hearing about the early films. I just remember watching them. Probably the seventh one, because it was the whole entire cast came back, like all the people I hadn't met before, and like all the Order of the Phoenix and Dumbledore's Army, and there were a lot of big scenes where we were all shooting together. I remember, I think it was Mark Williams who actually made a joke. He looked around and he was like, "This is the most expensive set of extras they've ever seen." It was all like Maggie Smith and Michael Gambon. Oh no, not Michael Gambon. What am I talking about? But all these people, probably culture, and they were all like standing there, just standing there. They didn't have any lines, so it was an expensive set of extras. But it was just really fun because we didn't. It felt like the whole family reunited, and we were lucky that one of the last scenes that we shot, well, the last scenes I shot anyway, were those big battle scenes. So everyone was together, and it felt normally like on films. There's an anticlimax at the end. You end up shooting some really irrelevant shot, like just a hand, and that's it. Whereas this was, it ended on a big bang to me anyway.
Stephen.
I have Maria from Liverpool, and she has a question for anyone on the panel that would like to answer.
Aya, now that Harry Potter's finished, what would be like your dream acting role to do now?
Say that one more time.
What would your dream role be now that you've completed the Potter films?
Wow. Have you come all the way from Liverpool just to visit the Orlando studios? Wow.
series. That'd be great.
I did not see that coming. It's different. I thought you were going to go somewhere totally different with that. You're like, golfer. I'm like, okay. Matthew, come on, you gotta have something.
Oh wow, I don't know. I think some kind of superhero would be pretty cool. Actually, the thing was, I always wanted to play a soldier, and I've just done it. I've just finished a series for BBC. Where I'm playing a soldier, and so that was really a kind of a dream come true for me to do that. I guess aside from that, some kind of superhero, I guess.
Which one?
Well, obviously, like all the best ones are all taken, really.
Make your own.
I'll have a fight with Ben Affleck and try and take over Batman.
I don't think you'd have any trouble doing that. All right, let's see, Aaron.
All right, guys. This next question comes from the fan page on Twitter. We have another question from the Ask HPCast hashtag, and they ask, which potion would you like to try more? Felix Felicis or Lynch's potion?
Tough choice.
The first, the Felix. Is that what she said? The first one she said. That one. Yeah, the look one. Absolutely. That was that by a mile. No contest. Yeah.
Apologies potion, because I think it'd be quite cool just to fool people. I mean, I'm used to it anyway, but maybe do someone else. I don't know who though, but yeah, it'd be pretty fun too. Yeah.
Going back to the Human Torch.
Yeah, I did say earlier if I could do. Thank you. I said I'd be the Human Torch if I could do the polyjuice potion, but I think it's something really random, like a Moomin or something like that. That'd be really random.
I thought you wanted to be Justin Bieber.
You are in Florida now. Jason.
Yep, we got Becca from Indiana.
I was wondering, out of the 3 past in the Tri-Wizard tournament, which would you most like to compete in?
You're bringing the heat today.
I think they're trying to drag the challenge. Made to get the egg. I like the dragon.
Not his dragon though.
I do the water one because I'd love to meet the mermaids. Have a song and dance. They sing down there, so. But I can't swim, so that would be a problem. I'd let someone do it.
Just
for me.
float down there. Good mermaid.
I'd be the sacrifice or whatever.
Anyone else?
I would say the maze, but I'll probably still be there.
Happens.
I'd probably go for the dragon as well, just because it's action filled and you've got lads chasing after you trying to kill you, so I think I'd go with that.
A lot of fire there too, so you'd be right at home.
But that's it, exactly. I think if Shane's at the one there, you kind of blow him up, do something like that.
All right, Julia.
All right, I have Scott with me from St. Louis, and he's looking so dapper today.
I know everybody in this room probably misses Richard Harris. I would like the panel, especially those who worked with Richard, to compare and contrast acting styles between Richard and Michael, and also any interesting anecdotes you might have about interactions with Richard Harris. Thank you very much.
No, absolutely. Getting the opportunity to work with both the late Richard Harris and Michael Cameron has been absolutely incredible. Both absolute gentlemen, both a pleasure to work with. and really, as young actors, I think I speak for everyone that said incredibly inspirational. You know, as a young boy, I didn't really have a whole lot of time spent with Richard, but all I will say is that every time I did speak to him, and every time I had these scenes with him, and every time I nagged him to sign one of my books, he was absolutely charming and was, you know, just really great to be around. And then Michael, on the other hand, is just absolutely, he's mad, he's just crazy. You know, he's always telling jokes that none of which I could ever repeat in front of people. He's just really larger than life, and yeah, they're two very different people, different personalities, but both of which it's been a great pleasure to be around.